All right, good morning. I'm at it again. 8 steps for better communication. Number one, do not entertain, elevate, empower, or elect anyone who violates these principles, these 7 points. All right. Number one, treat people the way you want to be treated. Right. Golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's very simple. Start there. If you want to get cussed out, if you don't want for people to be sarcastic, if you don't want people to be defensive, then don't be those things in the beginning. Give it before you can expect it. Right? Treat people the way you want to be treated. Number two, stop making assumptions. Assumptions are basically you operating from stereotypes. We all know that when you assume, you make an ass out of you and not me. So stop making assumptions. Ask qualifying questions to get understanding from someone. So ask questions, get clarity, listen twice as much as you speak, but stop making assumptions. Number four, develop the skill of listening. So as I thought about this, I think there's 4 steps to effective listening, and that listening is a skill, right? It first requires acquisition of information. Once you have the information, then you need to take that information in and internalize it. You have to have the curiosity and the discernment to think about that information, because from curiosity and discernment come consideration. So acquire the information through asking specific questions and qualifying questions. Once you get that information, then internalize it, consider it. Have some curiosity and discernment around if the information is any good or not, and then you can consider it. All right. Number 5, seek understanding, not empathy. There are a lot of people who make the statement, "Oh, you need to walk a mile in my shoes," or "You need to walk in that person's shoes." That's not always possible. Quite frankly, it's not possible. It's not possible for me to walk a mile in any woman's shoes. Right? I don't have a womb. I don't have a reproductive system. I have no idea what it means to be a woman. What we should be doing instead is we should be looking for understanding, right? Empathy comes from shared experiences or shared life experiences. Understanding comes from awareness or consciousness of an issue, and then the ability to have compassion around that issue, right? So understanding requires awareness and compassion. Empathy requires a shared experience. We can't always have shared experiences, but we can always have understanding and compassion. So seek understanding, not empathy. Okay. Number 6, develop courage. Right. We've heard that courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move through the fear and do what needs to be done anyway. Right. So we have to stop living in all of this fear. We have to stop being manipulated by fear. It's only the case because it's such a powerful motivator. But since we know that, then we should be working even harder to develop good communication skills and to talk to people outside of our comfort zone and get alternative information from different people, so you can then form a better opinion and make a better decision, because life is risky. We have to make decisions. We have to glean information from our environment, take that in, discern it, and then make a decision on how we're going to move. And the best way to do that is to get as much information from as many sources as possible, and you make the decision. So develop the courage. The other thing is, with regard to courage, is we live in this world now where we're supposed to, if we see something, say something, right? I was raised to speak up in the face of injustice or unfairness or bullying or something that was outside of the Christian values that I was taught, right? Silence is consent, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't go on to social media to have to argue and to fight with people. I go because I want to increase my understanding of what's going on in my world and in my environment and understand where people are coming from. And then also to try to find solutions that work for the common good and the greater good, right? Because there are solutions. But we can't do that if we're silent. We can't do that if we sit back on the side and see ugliness and lies and deception and corruption and violence and just all of the ugly stuff we're seeing and be quiet and be silent in the face of it. So develop the courage to stand up for what's right. And you don't have to be ugly about standing up for what's right. If you believe something is right, then you make your case. But do it in the context of treating people the way you want to be treated and listening to other folks and having understanding, right? So again, going through these steps. Number 7, we have to rediscover our shared values and principles, okay? I just made a video a couple of days ago about what my values are, right? What my principles are, those being honesty, hard work, fairness, accountability, good communication, compassion, pursuit of truth, critical thinking, right? I can use those values and principles in every circumstance in my life. I don't have to change this if I'm at work. I don't have to change it with my wife. I don't have to change it with my family. I don't have to change it with my friends or my classmates or my nieces or nephews. This stuff is rock solid. I can always pursue honesty. I can always pursue hard work. I can always pursue fairness. You see what I'm saying? These are non-negotiable principles. We have to rediscover what our shared values are. Because right now we don't seem to have them. And so we need to rediscover them and then make a commitment, because a democratic republic is dependent upon us agreeing to or making a commitment to these principles. And not out of some type of punitive sanction from the state, but out of a sense of duty to the collective. And right now we don't have that. We've got people all over yelling about their rights. There's so much talk about their rights, but where's the conversation around your responsibility? Where's the conversation around your duty to the collective, to the public health, to the common good? We live here together. And so if you don't want to live here, if you don't want to abide by these rules, then you can go live in the woods. You can be a hermit. And so number 8 is to see rule number 1, which is to do not elevate, entertain, empower, or elect anyone who is in violation of these previous 7. Right? That's it. That's how we build a roadmap for going forward. We can't go backwards. Backwards looks at blame. Going forward is accountability and responsibility. If we're going to fix the problems in our city, if we're going to fix the problems in our state, in our country, on this planet, we have got to do better. We have got to have a movement of citizen reform where people decide that they're going to commit to something like this, not out of fear of punitive action, but out of a sense of duty and responsibility to the collective. All right? That's what I got. That's one of the solutions. That's part of citizen reform. Give me your feedback. I like to know what you think. Let's go.